Hello there. Hello everyone. It's Liz here and I do live crochet tutorials every Friday right here on Annie's Facebook page. So hello, I see one person has joined me. So I'm going to wait just a couple minutes and have a little chit chat while people hop on and join. And if you hop on, let me know where you're watching from so I can say hello to you. So I see that Eunice is here. Hi Eunice, thanks for joining me. And Rekka Rainey is here. So you guys, as usual, we have a fun tutorial for you today. We're going to talk about the Annie's Signature Design Collection. So if you don't know anything about the collection, hi Robin, they do that twice a year. Was it? Yeah, twice a year. So 2 seasonal collections come out. There's one in the spring and then there's one in the fall or the autumn. So the autumn one is out right now and it has some really gorgeous designs. So I want to just talk to you about a couple of those, and we're also going to do a little quick tutorial on the Windcatcher Cardi. So this is part of the collection. This is the Windcatcher Cardi. This one is really pretty. I really love this one. But as you can see, it's got a lot. I mean, it's a really pretty design. You can see it's got some shaping here. It's got this pineapple stitch down here and then a totally different stitch pattern there. So, you know, it's not like a super simple pattern. So I thought, let's go over this, and maybe there's some parts in the pattern where, hi Marianne, and there's Wee Wee from Texas. Hi, and Cheryl and Monica are here. Hello everyone. So yeah, there's a couple parts that I thought maybe I will just go over with people, because there's one row in this pattern that's like a paragraph long of instructions. And I know the instructions can get a little daunting sometimes. And my sort of expertise, or my favorite things to crochet, are garments. So I'm pretty good at knowing how to do shaping and all that fun stuff. So hi Francis, there's my friend Francis, and Dee is here and Gloria's here. Hi Judy from Florida. How's the weather in Florida? So as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, we just recently moved from Florida. So now we're here in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. You're supposed to say Louisville, not Louisville. And it's really nice and cool. It's been nice and cool here. Hi from Virginia. I bet it's nice in Virginia. And Angie's here. Elaine is here. Dizzy says hi. Liz from British Columbia. Hello, everyone. Oh, Massachusetts. Karen from Massachusetts. I bet it's getting chilly there, too. And Amy from Missouri. Yeah, it's supposed to get down to, I believe, the 20s next week. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, because we never see 20s in Florida. So let me show you guys. I just want to bring to your attention, if anyone hasn't seen the collection, we're going to talk about the stitch pattern from the Windcatcher Cardi today. But I want to show you the collection in case you haven't seen it. This is the fall collection. I love the, hopefully the glare isn't too bad. I love the fall collection because it's full of lots of texture, and you know, these like sort of warm weather outfits, crochet garments have a lot of fun texture. So here's a few. You can see the that poncho has a lot of cables. I love that one. So this one is, I think, is probably one of my favorites. This one is the Trinity Cardi. So this one is by Lena Skavagerson, and she is the curator of this collection. So she does a lot of designs for the collection, and she also, you know, gets other designers to do a few designs too. So it's a really great collection. There are accessories and garments in this one. So as you can see, so there's a link in the description too. So if you want to check all these out, like I said, this is the fall. We do a fall and a spring every year. So I see Darlene is here, Teresa, Rosario, and Elizabeth. So let's talk about this pattern, you guys. I think I'm going to flip my phone and just show you how to start this stitch pattern for the bodice part. So just as you hop on, keep saying hello. Don't stop saying hello. And if you have any questions, of course, we're live here, so I can answer any questions that you have, which is the good thing about being live. So Lauren's here. Hi, Cindy from Round Rock, Texas. And Liz says, hope you're okay and safe after the earthquake. And I don't have any idea about an earthquake, but we are good here in Kentucky. Jeanette says, hey from Ohio. Hi, Jeanette. And Lorraine. You know what's cool about Kentucky? It's like surrounded by all these other states. Like you could go to Indiana like in 20 minutes, and Ohio too, where I am in Kentucky anyways, which is Louisville. So I'm using a DK weight yarn today because this pattern calls for a DK weight. So I just wanted to kind of, it's a number 3 light, Patents Grace light DK weight cotton. So I wanted to be kind of true to what the pattern has. And right now we're going to talk about this stitch. Ashley says, hi from Missouri. Hi, Ashley. And Kathy from Wisconsin. Hi, Kathy. And there is my friend from New Jersey. Hello. Everything okay here in Rhode Island, but in Rhodes, but okay. So must be somewhere in the islands there was an earthquake. Hi from Aylesbury in the UK. Marcia's here. All right, so look, this is what we're going to talk about. This is the pattern. You see the pattern on the bodice part? That's what we're going to go over today. And the way this pattern starts is you start from the bottom here, right? And you just work this pineapple stitch in one long piece, and then you connect like this bodice part to it. And this is worked in one long piece too. So from here around the back, and then it ends here. So you don't have the panels. Liz says, hi from Birmingham, England. Hi, Liz. And there's another Liz from Doncaster, UK. Hello, hello. Selma's here from New Mexico. I'm glad I can see the comments because I was having trouble with that, but now I think we're all good. So to work this bodice stitch pattern, we're going to start with a multiple of 6. So I just did a few foundation single crochets in a multiple of 6 plus 1. So the plus 1 is going to be for this starting single crochet here, right? So we're going to start out with a chain 1 and then a single crochet in that very first stitch, that very first single crochet. And this is a little bit like a shell stitch pattern, but it's sort of like a lacy shell. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, so we're going to skip this one, and then we're going to work one of these lacy shells in this stitch right here, okay? So we're going to do a double crochet, a chain 1, a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet. Hello from Minnesota, beautiful Cardi. Thank you, Della. Yes, I really like this one. And Gwen and William and Ann are watching. So that's your first lacy shell. And then you're going to skip 2 more stitches and work a single crochet. So we're going to skip this one and work a single crochet. Oh, and if I forgot to mention, I'm using a you probably can't see, yeah, there it is, a 3.75 millimeter hook. And I've got my little grips on it here that I like to use all the time. Because I like to just use these Susan Bates hooks, and I put these little grips on them as they make them more comfortable. So skip 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to work another one of those lacy shells. So double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Chain 1 and double crochet, all in that same stitch. So now we've got 2 of those. It's very similar to just a regular shell stitch pattern. Skip 1, skip 2, and work a single crochet. Skip 1, skip 2, and work another lacy shell. So this pattern has a 2-row repeat. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Where did you get the grips? They look great. So Kathy, there are these grips. I'm so excited because whenever I use these grips, and I use them all the time, I love them, people ask me where I got them. And right now, Annie's is carrying them. So we have those in stock right over on Annie's catalog. So I'm really excited about that because I know like people love these and I love them, and they are, you know, I wouldn't like always be using it all the time if I didn't love it. So there's actually a link right in the description, and you can order them. I think it comes 2 in a pack, and you can order them right on anniescatalog.com. But if you don't feel like going over to the website and searching for it, just check out the description for this video, and there's a link right in there. So we're doing another lacy shell, chain 1, another lacy shell, and there's a link right in the comments as well. That just popped up. Okay, so now you see there's 3 left, so we're going to skip those last 2 and then just work a single crochet in that last single crochet. So that's your first row. Now for the second row, we're going to start with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So turn your work, yarn over, we're going to go into the same stitch. So that makes a half shell or a half lacy shell. So we start out with a half shell and we're going to end with a half shell on this row. So this one we start with a single crochet and then a full shell, and here we start with a half shell and then a single crochet. So you're going to skip this double crochet, skip this chain 1, and then work a single crochet into the middle double crochet of the shell of the previous row. And then skip this chain 1 space and this double crochet, and then you're going to go right to this single crochet and work a shell. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Francis says, I'm getting Ron Strong's new beanie hat book. Yeah, I've seen it. It looks awesome. I love Ron Strong's designs. I don't know if I've told you guys before, but I learned how to crochet socks from Ron Strong because he has a class on Annie's Creative Studio, and he also has a couple books which I love and I have, and I love that Creative Studio class because there's not a lot of info out there about crocheting socks. Like there's patterns, but he really goes into like the construction and everything and different ways to do it. So we're skipping these stitches and we're doing another shell right here, which is a lacy shell. So if this was just like a solid shell stitch pattern, instead of doing that chain 1, you would just be making 5 double crochets into that single crochet. So we're skipping this double crochet and this chain 1, and then you just work a single crochet into the top of the shell of the double crochet, the middle one, and then you work a shell in the single crochet. And this is basically the pattern. So well, for the bodice anyway, you just repeat these 2 rows, and I'm going to show you how this row ends. Lost my yarn there because this one starts and ends with a half shell, and then work a single crochet here, and now we're at the end, so we're going to skip this last chain 1 and the last double crochet, and here's the single crochet, and then we're just going to work a half shell. So double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And that's it. And if you keep going with this, this is basically how the whole bodice is going to look. Okay. Now I made a long piece here because I wanted to show you how to do a little bit of the shaping. So, and this is this is like a number 3 or something. It's actually thread, but it's like a number 3 thread, so it's a little thick. So you can see I made this long piece. So let's say this was your bodice, this long piece. What it would do is it would fold like this. So this would be the first, let me see if I can zoom out a little. No, I can't. So this would be the first like front, and then the other front, and then this would be, you know, the edges. So it goes from the fronts all the way around to the backs without having to seam any pieces together. So that's how you work that. And then what you have to do is you have to make some armholes. You have to make an armhole on one side and an armhole on the other side, and then you have to start working up to make the fronts. So hopefully that makes sense. And Kathy says, what is the name of the sweater? So this is called the Windcatcher Cardi, And there is a link in the description. This is from the Annie Signature Designs Autumn 2020 collection. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this one. Here's another one. So pretty, and I love all the shaping. I love garments that have shaping on them. So what I want to do is work on row 14, because that's where we have to make these armholes, and there's a lot of instruction here, okay? So let's say we worked up to this point. We did the pineapple from the bottom, and then we're on to the bodice where we need to make the armholes. So, oops, hold on, I'm twisted here. So this one starts with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to turn, and you're going to double crochet in the first single crochet, so that's going to be our half shell. And then single crochet in the center of the next shell, so just like I did, and we're going to do that 6 times, okay? So we're going to make our shell. Good morning, Mary from California again. Hi, Mary. I love this sweater too. This is one of my favorites from the collection. But that other one too that I showed you is, there's too many good ones in this one. I have one of the accessories going too. Maybe next time I'll post some pictures of my progress on that one. I'm about halfway done with the hat. So we're just working some shells until we work in enough to where we're going to have to do some armhole shaping. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So here's a half shell. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask about anything. I'm hello from South Carolina. Sharon says hi. Hi, Sharon. And Jerry is here. I consider myself probably more of an expert at doing like garments, any kind of sweaters and shaping stuff like that with crochet. That's probably my where I have the most strength. Don't ask me about amigurumi because I don't know anything about that. I've never made any of that. I have no idea how to do that. I really, really just love making clothes. That's my favorite. How about you guys? What is your favorite? What are your favorite things to make? Afghans, garments, amigurumi toys, just accessories? I like accessories too. I like making hats and socks. I'm kind of really into socks lately. All right, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've done that 6 times for the size small. And then I'm going to single crochet in the center of the next L, which is the lace. It says L shell. That's the lace shell. So single crochet there. And now I'm going to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, half double crochet. So we're working into this one, and we're just going to do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then half double crochet. So not another chain 1, just a half double crochet. And then we're going to single crochet the next chain space, and then single crochet in the next. Okay, so now here's where we're going to do some shaping, right? So we did the half double crochet, and then single crochet in the next chain 1 space, and single crochet in the next double crochet. Here's the chain 1 space. So we're going to single crochet in there, and then single crochet in the double crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, which is right there. And then 3 half double crochets in the next single crochet. So 3 half doubles here. 1, 2, and 3. So see how we're kind of making it straight? So it's going to dip down to make like an armhole. Now we're going to repeat. It says repeat from star 3 times. So single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Or just repeating what the instructions give you right past the star. And then 3 half double crochets in the next single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And we're repeating it 3 times. We're not doing it all together 3 times. We do it once and then we repeat it 3 times for a total of 4 times. So single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, and then 3 half double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then for the last time, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, and then 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to end the last repeat at star star, which is single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Okay, so this is where I should have ended, so let's take this out because it's the last repeat. We have to end right here. That's the end of the last. So we did it 3 times, but on the last repeat we kind of end a little early. We don't do those 3 half double crochet. And then we do half double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So as you can see, this is 1 row, but it's a lot of instructions on this 1 row. Half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, and then a double crochet, and then a chain 1, and then a double crochet. So that's almost like a half of a shell. In the next single crochet, and then single crochet in the center of the next lace, and then lace single crochet in the next single crochet 13 times. So what will happen now, so that's 1, okay, so now as you can see, I'm back to the lace pattern. So here's what happened. We started out just normal in the lace pattern, and so we've got all these little hills for our shells, and then we did some shaping right here. So we changed up the stitches, did only single crochets and half doubles instead of doubles, so it dips down, right? Because you need a hole for your arm. So that's going to go down like that. And then we do it to whatever the pattern says, and then it goes back to just the normal shell stitch pattern that you're doing. And I'll show you a couple of these in case some people hopped on late. So this is a pretty simple lace shell stitch pattern. You just do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the single crochet, and then you skip those stitches and do a single crochet in the top of the center double crochet. And then we work another one of those shells. So this is really you kind of memorize it pretty quick. So you can really do some mindless crocheting when you have a pattern like this. This is my kind of pattern where there's some shaping and stuff like that, but the bulk of it is you'll memorize it and be able to just not have to do so much reading. So it's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, like that. And then that will just continue down, down, down your piece, right? Until you get, so we were supposed to do that 13 times, so let's say you do that 13 times, and then you get right here, and then you do that shaping again for the armhole. and then you finish it off. So this is the front. And then once you finish that, then you'll start working just like from here to like say here, and then up. And that will be the front, right? So it splits off in like 3 sections. So there's the front, and then the back, and then the front. So that way when you sew it together, you just fold over those 2 fronts and you sew it at the shoulders, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you the, and it's on the schematic too. You'll see it on the schematic how it looks like one big piece, and it just separates in 3 sections for the back and the 2 fronts. You fold those over and you just have to seam at the shoulder, and then you make the sleeves and you just sew those on. So there's not a lot of seaming that you have to do with all the panels. So let me flip back here, see if I can flip back the right way. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is what we were doing, the in case you just popped on late. This was the Windcatcher Crochet Cardi, and I showed you how to do some of the armhole shaping and how to do that stitch pattern for the bodice part. So the link to this pattern is in the description, and you can check out the whole Annie Signature Design Collection. There's lots of accessories like this one, and there's lots of really cozy textured cardis and things like that. And I was using my cool little Susan Bates grips today. So if you like these, I love these. There's a link in the description so you can purchase these as well. And don't forget to join me every Friday at noon right here on Annie's Facebook page. And make sure you share this video if you think anybody would be interested in it, and give me some likes, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye everyone.